Hey guys, welcome to Movement Monday. So today is core day. We're going to hit some abdominals, and we're going to hit the abdominals with the ball to toe or the toe touch. I'll show you the different variations of it and why we use different references to it. But first and foremost, why we would use it. It's obviously just a great core exercise. It's a good, it gives you a good pump on the core. So if you really want to fill your abs, this one's great. And as I say, it can be thrown in then as a sort of a warm-up movement, because if you want to feel your abs or feel them engage through the session, then this is a good way of pumping blood into those muscles so that you can feel it through the movement. It's great to throw in during a session, either as active rest, accessory work, etc. Therefore building the core, building those abdominal muscles. And it's good to throw in maybe at the end of the session, once you've done your main workout. If you wanted to do a little ab blaster at the end, this is a good little movement to throw in. So it sort of hits all of the brackets of where you can put it in the session. And I like exercises like that because simply, when you're trying to be efficient when you're working out, then you want as many options as you can get. And this one is definitely one of those exercises that can be thrown in at any time. So, how do you do it? You need preferably a mat, a med ball or a kettlebell as well, to show you. When I show you the progressions, you'll see why. But it's not necessary that you have to have a mat, it's just it will obviously be a bit easier on your lower back. Okay, so I'll pop you down here and we'll talk you through the exercise and its variations. So, simply when you start, I'll sit down so you can see my face. Simply, so when you start, you want to start working with toe touches because they are the simplest form of this movement, and get people starting to understand what they need to do. So with the toe touch, all you're doing, lying back, legs in the air, okay? And the idea basically is you're setting yourself up, get nice and flat to the floor, and then what you want to do is you're reaching up and then trying to reach out from the toes. You don't have to touch the toes, it's just, preferably, if you're trying to get up there, that's your target to reach, but don't try and strain yourself to get into position to touch the toes. The idea really is just the intent to touch the toes. You want to squeeze those abdominal muscles at the top, feel them contracting all the way through the movement, and then back down to the floor, okay? So that way, what it does is it keeps you nice and stable in the lower back, whilst working those abdominal muscles. When you do something like, leg raises, where we're lying to the floor and we're raising the legs up, or whether we're doing pike-ups where we're raising the arms and the legs into that top position, the lower back can arch and come back in position and be out, if it's not under control and you're not very strong in those core muscles, then you're basically going to lose that lower back stability, and it's going to probably cause you to then feel the movement in the lower back rather than the abdominals. So the great thing about toe touches is they remove that, because they keep your back nice and flat to the floor as your feet are in the air, okay? And then what you're doing is you're then moving the upper body up and down to engage those abdominal muscles basically through the movement. How can we progress this? I mean, that is probably the first and most basic movement you can do. To progress it simply, we can start adding in implements and weights, okay? So that's why I've got the med ball and the old kettlebell. So if you've got a med ball or a kettlebell at home, your next stage would then be to use it within the movement. And a great way of doing that, okay, so what we're going to do, you've got two options. Either have the weight at the chest, and then basically from there you're doing a sort of a press up, and reaching up to the toes, and then back down, okay? So this will be the ball to toe. Once that becomes a bit easier, you can then progress it again by bringing a bit more movement into the upper body. So you start with the ball overhead, and then basically bring it up to the chest, and then press out to the top. This just adds a bit of extra movement in there, and as we move into the kettlebell in a second, you'll see if you had a bit of resistance, then you start bringing in things like the lats and the shoulders into the movement as well, and it really starts working the whole sort of frontal or anterior core muscles, throughout from the shoulders down to the hips. That's what we like to refer or reference as the core, as that trunk in the body, okay? So that was with the med ball, obviously. Now next up we do it with a kettlebell. It's exactly the same, but you'll just obviously find a comfortable position to hold the kettlebell so you're not going to drop it and injure yourself. So down we go again from that bottom position, starting from the chest, okay, you are pressed out, reach for the toe, and then control back down. And if you want to intensify by putting it over the head, then you start overhead, bring it in, and then press out. Okay. Can be done with the dumbbell as well. There is no right and wrong with it. And as I say, that by doing that, you're adding that little bit of weight in there as well, and then bringing in some more muscles and getting those involved. So that is the toe touch, the ball to toe or the bell to toe. You can simply just keep referring to it as the toe touch if you want. And you know, as I say, it's just a really nice movement. And if you really want to get that ab pump to sort of feel the abdominals working either in the session or after the session, then it's a real simple exercise to do to get that effect. Okay, guys. So give it a go. Tell me what you think, and if there's any variations or any movements that you would like me to cover in this part of the series in Movement Monday, then obviously just put a comment in below, email me, or speak to me in person when you see me in the gym, guys. Okay, you have an awesome week. I'll see you later in the week, obviously, for Finish Awesome Friday. Just be awesome, guys. Catch you later.